to the #1 real estate podcast in the world, where we talk with agents and professionals all across the world about their wins, losses, lessons, and stories, help you win in your local market. Today, my name is Cody from Sheridan Street. I am doing a single episode today, and today I'm going to chat about one tool that you can use that will greatly impact your follow-up and get people to actually respond to you. I don't know about you, but one of the things that I've been thinking about a lot lately is how do we intentionally follow up with our leads without making it feel salesy? One of the best tools that we've been able to use is a tool that allows us to personalize our follow-up. And I'm going to share that tool here in a second. One thing I chatted about last week with some people on a webinar. So I did a webinar a couple of weeks ago, specifically designed around how to follow up intentionally and how to actually use tools to your advantage that is actually going to get people to actually be interested in what you have to say. And as I was having this conversation with this group of real estate agents, they were locked in with me because we know the national average for real estate agents in follow-up is 1.7 times. Did you know that? The average follow-up rate for a real estate agent is 1.7 times, but we know that it takes 35 times in order to convert a lead. Did you know that? Did you know that it takes 35 times in order to convert a lead? So one of the biggest troubles that a lot of real estate agents that we speak with face is like, how do I effectively follow up? How do I use tools? How do I intentionally follow up to get people to choose me as a real estate agent? And there's one specific tool. There's one tool that can really make all the difference in your real estate business. Before we get there, something I want you to consider is time blocking time in your calendar in order to use this tool on a weekly basis. This tool is going to greatly impact your ability in order to convert online leads, but you have to get intentional about actually scheduling time in your calendar in order to work your IDX, in order to work your property searches, and schedule that hour a day, 1 hour a day towards just following up with your leads. So say, for example, Tommy or Mr. and Mrs. Jones, they view 123 Main Street. How can you effectively follow up with them in order to get them to go see that property? Like, if you don't have an IDX search, and that's not the tool, but if you don't have an IDX search, I highly recommend that you use a tool like Chime, or use a tool like Follow Up Boss, or use a tool like Real Scout, some sort of tool that will actually allow you to track what types of properties people are viewing. If your CRM cannot track the property searches and when people view a property 7 times, that is an issue. You need to get that fixed. When you think about it, Zillow's entire business model is built around the, setting people on a property search and making, and when they're ready, they hit the contact agent button and then they sell the leads back to you. That's Zillow's entire business model. Multi-million-dollar business has built their entire business off of selling your leads back to you, selling people that want to essentially buy a home back to you. How can you intentionally follow up and get to those people prior to them actually even potentially hitting a contact agent button on Zillow? Very, very simple. You're going to use the tool Loom, Loom.com, Loom. What Loom is going to allow you to do is going to allow you to screen record your screen, and you are going to be able to customize a personalized video that outlines the criteria that specific person, Mr. and Mrs. Jones, is looking for. So you can create a video, a Loom video, keep it around 2 to 3 minutes, explaining, hey, last time we chatted, you mentioned to me that it was important that you had a big backyard. I saw that you viewed 123 Main Street 3 times. This actually has a really great big backyard, and I just want to make sure that you knew about it because it fits your criteria so perfectly. Like, why don't we set up a time in order to go view the property, and asking them sorting question, does mornings or afternoons work better in order to go see that property? How much better of an experience would that be for the prospect versus just saying, hey, Mr. and Mrs. Jones, I'm just following up with you because I have a note in my CRM. That doesn't work. Simply put, that doesn't work. If you're doing that, you need to stop that now, and you need to get intentional with your follow-up. Loom will allow you to do that. Loom.com. Loom. Get the tool, use it, dedicate an hour a day in your calendar in order to get tactical about how you follow up with leads and watch your business change in 2023. I want to say thank you for tuning into another episode of the Our Agent Podcast. We will see you soon.